Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest episode of the Legacy of the Rimlen. We had to take a break last time, because I've been very busy IRL, but we're back, and the adventure shall continue. But before it does, let's have, as usual, our players introduce themselves and their characters. I rolled some dice in the background, and the dice have decided that Dely should go ahead and introduce themselves and their character first. Could you please go ahead, Dely?
Yeah, of course. Hello, everyone. I'm Dely, and as usual, I'm playing as Muninn. They are a traveling scholar from Brightland, and currently a bit confused as they recently had a conversation with a talking chicken. I mean, I guess weirder things have happened.
Moninn's been through a lot in the past session, missing a finger. Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dely. Next, according to the dice, we would have Ashen. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, hi, I'm Ash, and I'm playing as Illona. Broken Face edition, because I still have my consequence left, and also Summoner of Chickens that talk.
Yep, a very mean one. Thank you very much, Ashen. And next, we would have Show&Tell. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Sure. Hi, I'm Show&Tell, and I'll be playing as Anghel, who is a mute peasant boy. Currently going through a rebellious phase, I guess. But hopefully he's over it. A little. Maybe.
We'll see. I mean, like, how much time has passed since Anghel lost his parents? Like, I don't think he's had time to mourn.
Yeah, poor kids.
We'll see. Anyway, thank you very much, Show&Tell. So, last time, to briefly recap, our two groups, because the party was separated into two, reunited. Muninn in the hands of a ogre looking to make a deal, I suppose, and Anghel and Illona on somewhat bad terms with one another. Basically, the ogre was ordered by his father, the god that you guys angered, to kill Illona and Muninn in front of Anghel, basically. But the ogre was like, that doesn't sound like it would help me a lot, so how about we strike a deal instead? And after a lot of talking and back and forth, you guys basically agreed to one of the ogre's offers, I suppose, which is the ogre heard that there's a basilisk nearby, which is a beast, a mythical beast that when either you look at it or it looks at you, you're not quite sure, you're turned into stone. And the ogre wants it spelled. And you guys went on your way to get said basilisk. Well, first you sort of religiously consecrated the deal by offering your pinky finger, Muninn, and the ogre as a sacrifice, which was not very pleasant. But it did consecrate the deal, meaning that if you guys decide to go against it, or if the ogre decides to go against it, obviously, there will be consequences. But you guys went on your way. Well, you told the ogre that basically feel free to rampage in search of food, and he will. Rest assured of that. You guys went on the trail of the basilisk, which led you first to the south and then to the northwest. And the basilisk seems to have been walking for a while, and you've been following the trail by basically because it left behind there's a petrified squirrel, there's a petrified bird, a very grotesque, I guess, trail. But as you guys were preparing to face the basilisk, you also fashioned wooden stakes to possibly impale it from a distance, as well as a shield. I don't know if you guys are like you, the players, were inspired by the myth of Medusa, like Medusa seeing her reflection in the shield, or if you just thought it was coincidentally a neat idea, but now you have a shield with which to face this basilisk. So, as I start turning on the background music and such, just so that we can sort of like warm up, can like we go through each character to see what's going on through their minds, like while they're on the trail of this basilisk in the forest. And apparently the basilisk has been like walking for a while. So, would anyone like to start, or should we pick randomly? Do you have any preferences?
Let's go random.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, I'll roll dice.
Nice.
That's Dely, Muninn.
Ah. Okay, so as far as Muninn is concerned, like their thoughts and everything, I think it's pretty typical, if that makes sense. Like what you expect them to be thinking, that's what they're thinking. Like they're a bit nervous to face this basilisk, but like ultimately they signed it in blood, so to speak. They signed it with their pinky finger, like with this ogre, that they have to like abide by this deal or whatever that they made. I think like so basically like Muninn's nervous, but they have no choice, so they're kind of trying to like suck it up a little bit. They're also, I think it wouldn't be out of character for them to be like thinking of ways to like get out of the deal, maybe a little bit, like trying to find a loophole, like in their deal.
Give me a clever for that, I guess.
Okay.
Though above board, I will admit, as a DM, I haven't actually thought of that idea, though I should have. With that roll, I guess the ogre wanted a basilisk pelt. It doesn't have to be that basilisk. That's the only loophole you can think of.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try another one then.
Yeah, if there is another one.
Or maybe a smaller one or something, like a baby basilisk.
That's easier to take.
Yeah.
I actually have two questions for you, Dely, regarding like Muninn's character and like what they're thinking at the moment. I guess my first question is, how are they dealing with the loss of their pinky? Because they weren't dealing very well like yesterday, but now that they've had like a chance to sleep on it and such, what's up with them?
Well, it definitely hurts. It definitely still hurts. And they can definitely still feel it, which is like, I think as more time goes on and more like Muninn has more time to like think about the whole ordeal, like they're probably regretting it more and more. You know, like it probably was a bit unnecessary. But I mean, at the same time, they can't think on it too much. Do you know what I mean? Hindsight is 20/20. And hopefully, when this deal is fulfilled, they can get their finger back. But if not, it's a cool story, I guess. They can start. It's like a conversation starter, isn't it?
I guess. And to be fair, like the finger thing wasn't like your guys' first choice. It was the result of the ogre misinterpreting Illona saying pinky promise.
Bro.
I guess my second question for Dely/Muninn would be, because Muninn rather is the one like perhaps most in tune with the orb of Acesius, because Acesius is also god of knowledge, and losing that, like you've lost access to like the nightly visions that Acesius gave you, and perhaps some other tricks as well. How does Muninn feel about that?
Definitely very sore. Definitely very sore. And funny enough, I had thought about this. Like, I'm glad that you brought it up because I thought about this like in real life, like as I was thinking about our sessions and stuff, and I was like, hang on a minute, like, does that mean that like has Muninn lost access? Like, and I was gonna feel around and see if like next time they go to sleep, Muninn can go like to that place, but I guess that answers my question.
Well, I did inform you above board when you first started getting the visions that you'll have them as long as you have the orb. Now, to be fair, when I said that, I was mostly envisioning like Muninn has the orb, but like it's like instead of Illona or Anghel, not like instead of someone outside the party.
Yeah, that makes sense. So as long as someone from the party has the orb,
Well,
sort of thing.
so long as you have the orb, you'll have the
Oh, okay.
visions.
Right, that makes sense.
Arceus can still show up, like some other gods have shown up without their orbs, but it's clear that like the orb was a big help.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, no, I'm glad that you brought that up because I was curious about that. And because I had like forgotten that you had mentioned it above board. So yeah, I mean, maybe next time we all go to bed and stuff like that, Muninn will still try to like get in touch with Arceus, just in case, But I mean, we'll see.
Sure thing. Shall we roll the dice to see if Illona or Anghel are next, or do you guys have a preference?
Dice will decide.
Okay.
You're very indecisive.
Yeah.
One, like, again, the dice are like, I'm thinking of them alphabetically in terms of like player names. So Ashen, because you're A, Illona, you're first. Second, I guess.
What?
So,
I'm confused.
second.
You're second after Deli, basically.
Okay.
So, could you tell us what's up with Illona? What's going on through her head at the moment?
I think she's processing like both the pinky loss and like the promise with the god and the talking chicken. It's a lot right now. It's a lot on her plate. She's kind of fed up with the whole like obeying gods thing, and she just wants to like be let free from all like this chaos that's following them.
What are her feelings? Well, I partially know what her feelings are because I compelled her to have certain feelings on the matter, but what are Illona's feelings on like the whole almost like interrogation that happened last session when like the chicken more or less coerced everyone into having you reveal what you did?
I think internally she has a bit of a grudge, especially towards Anghel, that he just like didn't ask her straight away but had to go through the chicken. But she's trying her best to like let that loose and remember like he had his reasons. She's just a stranger after all. She could have like any motive. Try not to judge so hard.
Now, to be fair, I did compel you last time that like even though Anghel and Muninn have said, oh, okay, what you did was totally fine, we're not gonna judge, everything's hunky-dory, I did compel you that, like, in Illona's heart, she doesn't trust these people.
That as well. But, like, as we said last time as well, that's, like, kind of, like, dependent on situation. So, for now, when they have nobody to tell, she feels kind of secure about it, but if there would be like people who had the cash for her bounty around, she would be more terrified.
Understandable. What? Actually, I guess you answered. I was gonna ask like what you thought about like the whole ogre deal thing, but I guess you did answer that you're a bit tired of all the god stuff at the moment. So I guess no further questions from me, but would you, Ashen, like to add anything?
No, I'm pretty happy with that.
Okay. Then, Show and Tell? Are you with us?
Yes.
Could you let us know like what's going on through Anghel's mind at the moment?
Yes, I thought up a few things. Like, I think overall, Anghel feels a little guilty about how he went about it with Illona. Like, guilty in the way, like, I don't think he really, like, I think he feels justified in how he felt, but because it turned out, you know, that, we got, like, this explanation that kind of, you know, made him understand Illona a little, so he feels guilty because it, like, turned out that she wasn't as bad as he expected or something. And yeah, so he kind of feels guilty about it, but at the same time, I think, like he's still not like 100%. You know, it's like the doubt has been kind of planted in his implanted. I don't know. Anyway, like, because of what Joseph said, and you also like compelled him, right? With that last time, I think, and not last time, maybe before that. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, I did compel you at one point, though I don't remember when. I know what you mean. What you're talking about.
Yeah, about, you know, the fact that Joseph said not to trust them. So anyway, so he has that, and he has like it's not something that's going to just go away that easily.
Understandable. I guess I have two questions in mind for Anghel. First off, because we didn't really explore it that much last time, like, what are Anghel's thoughts regarding the fact that the, like, ogre pretty much straight up said, "Oh, I'm supposed to murder your friends in front of you, but I'm supposed to let you live because Daddy said so."
I think he doesn't want to think about that too much. Like, I mean, he knows, like, it's been something that he knew from the threat of, what was his, what was the name of the gun? Eurymedon. Anyway, like, he said that to him pretty much. I mean, I think he was thinking about his sister more at the time. Like, more worried about that. And he still is. But now he realizes that it could, like, that it could also affect, like, his two companions. And, like, I don't know, it's a whole lot of mixed feelings about everything, but he definitely doesn't want them to die on his, like, because of him. Like, it's definitely something he doesn't want to think about what he would have to, like, how he would feel about that if that were to happen, you know? Because it's so complicated.
Understandable. And my second question, and I guess this could also be a third question for Dely, but, because we had quite a few Anghel Illona interactions and Illona rest of the party interactions. But what does Anghel think of Muninn? And Dely, if you have anything in mind, what does Muninn think of Anghel?
Ooh. You go ahead, Show and Tell. I think I'm gonna have to, like, I'll go after you.
Okay. Well, that's interesting because he did have a problem with Muninn before. I don't know if it was right, because they didn't tell him something about the Joseph, not just, but the Miron's.
I think that was Illona not telling you.
But there was something with Muninn for sure. I don't remember exactly what it was. Do you remember telling?
I think it might have been to do with. Was it to do with the love letter, or something? Or I'm not sure. I can't.
Like,
remember
he just realized. I mean, maybe it was both. Like Anghel was just left out.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't there. It was just, and it was. I guess it was just that Muninn was there when he found out or something, and that's why he was mad at Muninn or something. Not mad. I don't know if it was exactly mad. He was just.
Yeah, just a bit peeved. That definitely rings a bell for sure. But I mean, I can't remember the exact details either. But you're right. Muninn, Anghel was annoyed at Muninn for something, and like you said,
that's why it happened. Like, he's annoyed.
Yeah.
So, but like, so right now, again with because Joseph kind of talked about them together as being not a good influence or whatever, or not trustworthy, then then it kind of affects, both of them in a way.
Mhm.
But he's definitely less, like, he's not, like he doesn't see Muninn in the same way that he saw Illona, kind of, if it were to be on a scale.
Yeah. Oh, so much beef.
Totally. Oh my god. It's sad though. You totally saw Muninn as like this older brother kind of thing, and Muninn totally helped an older brother, older something, I don't know. Muninn totally helped him a lot. So yeah, I feel like he has like a lot of mixed feelings about everything.
Yeah,
Understandable.
Yeah.
What about from Munin's perspective?
I think from Munin's perspective, like, in all honesty, they're probably just in their own head a little bit, if that makes sense. Like, they're not, like, they kind of recognize that, like, Anghel Anghel and Illona are upset about different things and everything. But, like, it's not so, like, from their perspective, it's not so much of a problem that it's like, and obviously this isn't my thoughts, probably this is more Munin's thoughts. It's not so much of a problem that it's like something to address per se, like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, to be fair, I do feel like it was just like this, like Muninn would, like, it makes sense that they wouldn't think that Anghel's like it was just a little bit of like I don't know, like they just had, it was a little, I don't know how to.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I know what you're trying to say, even though like there aren't any words. Like, no, I think I know what you're trying to say. Like, it's not overly apparent that unless like, interrupt me if I'm wrong or anything. It's not overly apparent that like Anghel is like incredibly upset at Muninn.
exactly, yeah. Like, I don't think from Munin's perspective that they would feel like they did anything wrong or something,
Right.
That they need to worry about.
Yeah, exactly. And also with Anghel and Illona's beef, like, that's, from Munin's perspective, that's between you two. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and it was kind of settled here, right? They did kind of agree that Illona was, like, they found out the truth about her or whatever.
right.
And agreed that it's fine. So, yeah.
And to be fair, I mean, above board, Muninn did have a little bit of a part to play in that. Like, it's not like Muninn sat back and like Muninn was asking the chicken questions as well. So if Illona wanted to be angry at Muninn for a little bit for the same reason, then fair enough. Like, but Muninn wouldn't, in character, Muninn probably wouldn't have necessarily thought about that, like, in to an extent, if you know what I mean. Like, again, they're kind of in their own head. They've got their own, like, things to worry about, especially like their little obsession with Arcesius and the orb and everything. And like, funny enough, in their head, that's more important than their severed finger, but they're
That makes a lot of sense somehow.
yeah.
Ends justifying the means and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Understandable. Thank you to both of you. So, as you guys continue on the trail of the basilisk, again, it's a fairly gruesome sight as you see all sorts of petrified small animals and probably like the occasional petrified like deer or wolf. Like, this basilisk has been busy, though probably not like intentionally so. Do let me know if you're like talking about anything or doing like anything else while you're on the trail. You'll not need to roll at the moment, at least, to like continue following the basilisk. You've rolled last time and it's pretty apparent where it's going. It's going like in almost a straight line, which is odd for like a wild animal.
In a straight line. Okay.
I would wanna check, like, you said there was a bunch of animals. Illona would like keep track of like where they have their eyes pointed. and like if they were closing their eyes or open eyes.
That's really smart.
Oh, good question.
Give me a careful. This will not be a difficult roll. Okay. Some of them, like, for instance, earlier you came across Munin's petrified horse. And Munin's petrified horse was like, you know those statues of horses where they're like standing on their hind legs? That's what Munin's petrified horse was doing. It was clearly spooked by something and became petrified. That said, many of these animals, some of them look petrified. You see like several birds that like, they were clearly like petrified mid-flight. But you also, like, some of them seem to be like looking at something that was like coming from the direction you guys are coming, presumably where the basilisk was at one point of time. But some of them are also like, you see like a petrified like squirrel, like with a half-eaten nut in its hands. Like that squirrel was clearly not looking at the basilisk, for instance.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay, nice.
So
I'm happy with that.
We got our answer.
We need a mirror or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Illona would like share that
I mean-
knowledge, like that it's probably the basilisk seeing the object instead of the other way around.
You said we needed a mirror or something? I mean, that's what the shields are for, right? Okay.
I mean, again, you guys were talking like, because in the like, not necessarily the Medusa myth, but like there is a myth of like, I don't remember which creature, but like a creature that can turn creatures to stone by looking at them, and there's a hero who makes the creature turn itself to stone by using a mirrored shield. That said, it would go against your deal with the ogre, because the deal requires you to bring back the basilisk's pelt, not its statue.
Yeah.
Mm.
So while it may be, you don't know for sure if it's like powers work on itself, but while it may be possible for the basilisk to petrify itself, that
will
would
be a
involve,
problem.
yeah, it would be a big problem.
Okay.
But like if we angle the shields so it's not like it doesn't look at itself, it wouldn't see us either.
Right.
And then we could maybe like
Yeah.
as
But-
Illona
but-
spawning ideas right now. We could like maybe strike its eyes. But we
Perhaps.
have to plan it.
But we'll have to like be careful about how we angle the shields. Like it's something that you have to consider in the middle of, I don't know, whatever situation we find ourselves in. Like it's complicated, I guess, but you can hope for the best. I don't know.
Just as a small reminder, I don't know if this will be like super relevant, but just as a reminder of like information you garnered from last time, because you guys were also thinking about like going after it at night. You got the idea that it's probably easier to spot it at night from a distance than it would be for it to spot you, because its crown would be gleaming in the moonlight. But in short range, it would have the better vision. Make sense?
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ah, this is scary. Like, how did I refuse this thing? Okay.
Yeah. Well, again, you guys are on the trail. Do let me know if you do or say anything while you're on the trail, or if we shall progress along.
What did you say at the end there? I missed it.
Or if we shall progress along, move along, if for
Oh.
lack of a better term.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Anghel doesn't stay. Doesn't do anything important.
I have an idea of something that Muninn could do, but obviously I'd like to save it if like till last if other people have ideas. If that makes sense.
I don't.
Okay. I have a small idea for Muninn, that I wouldn't expect or whatever. I was gonna say I don't expect it to go very far. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I have this idea for Muninn, they're probably in their head, because the group has spoken to gods in their heads before, and I'm pretty sure they've spoken to a Cassius before in their heads, by thinking, but I could be wrong about that.
You are not
Muninn
wrong. You are not wrong.
I'm not wrong. Okay, cool. In that case, Muninn would probably try and speak to a Cassius in their head, just by calling out their name or something like that.
Give me a flashy.
Okay. And this would be to just horrible. Their intention is just to see if they can speak to them, for context.
Mm-hmm.
Not because they have a question.
Then also give me a careful.
Oh, okay.
You get no reply, but you've been having a slightly odd feeling ever since you guys discovered the orb. It's very hard to describe, almost like an imaginary itch in your head. You still feel that odd feeling is there, just for whatever reason. TLDR, Cassius probably heard you but doesn't feel like answering you.
Okay, cool.
At least not now.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay.
Cool.
I mean,
well,
sort of.
Sorry. In that case, Muninn would feel a little bit more relaxed or at ease. They didn't get 100% proof that they still have a link with the Cassius, but at least it's 99% there, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Also on the subject of deities, Illona, you will know whenever you want to call upon your deity. Not that you probably want to at this point. The deity said, "You're not worthy of talking to me directly. Talk to this chicken." And you can call upon the chicken anytime you want.
Summoner of talking chickens.
You want to add that as an aspect? I'm not opposed.
Not for now.
Okay. Anything else as you guys continue tracking this basilisk?
I don't think so. Not particularly, from me at least.
Yeah, not for me either.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Then you will continue on its trail for actually quite a while, at least another hour of just walking. It's really bizarre that this supposedly wild animal, even though it's a mythical creature, it's still an animal with a single-minded purpose, has been heading in a straight line without taking any breaks, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And as you progress, you actually would eventually come out of the forest fairly close to the next village and the road leading to it. And let me move your tokens.
Okay.
So, yeah, as you leave the forest, my bad, and continue on the trail, you will probably see... Yeah, I don't think you would need to roll. You'll probably see a gathering of people straight on the road, specifically in a place where you would following this straight line reach. Does that make sense? So if you continue along this straight line, you will intersect the road at one point, and at that point of intersection, there's a bunch of people gathered.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And you
can we see...
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, can we see them from where we're standing?
Yeah. It's not difficult because it's even terrain, and they're like straight, like where you were facing anyway. They're right there.
Okay.
Okay. How many of them are there?
For that, give me a careful, because you're a bit far away at the moment. 3 or 4, though. Maybe you're mistaken, but it looks like one of them isn't moving, like standing straight up but not moving.
Oh.
Oh shit! One of them's petrified.
Yeah, probably.
But okay, so it's interesting that only this person is petrified. Probably they came after, like the others, and found it.
Yeah.
Or before.
Yeah. Or before.
Or before? What do you mean?
Like maybe he was
Like-
petrified, and then the other people found him there.
Exactly. That's what I like. Like the other people came after.
Oh, I thought you said he came after. My bad.
That makes sense. Can I see if they look friendly? That sounds like a that's not a weird thing to ask. Can I see if they look friendly?
Sure. Give me a careful.
Okay.
As friendly as you can look when you're petrified.
Mm-hmm.
They look scared and confused.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That makes sense, yeah. So they're not like a threat necessarily, unless for
Yes.
some
Yes.
mental gymnastics they go, "You did this."
Oh no! I kind of feel like that could happen. You know.
Yeah, it could. It definitely could. Let's hope that it doesn't. Okay. If everyone is everyone else like continuing towards these people, or
I will say just because Muninn got a very good roll with their careful, Muninn would also notice like one of them, maybe 2 of them, like erupt in a coughing fit, and then you'd recall, oh yeah, there's a plague going around.
oh,
The
okay,
troubles never cease. Okay.
yeah. Thank you for the reminder. Muninn in that case would be a little bit hesitant to continue because plagues aren't very good. Understandably, they don't want to catch anything, but they wouldn't. Sorry?
I was just gonna say that on the other hand, if you like go around, you risk losing the trail.
Right, exactly. And there's always there's not 100%. There's always a chance that like if they keep their distance, they wouldn't catch anything.
Sure.
Like
I mean, the medical theory you would know is that it's probably bad to be around sick people.
yeah.
You're not sure why, but it probably is bad.
Okay, that makes sense. For
So we
that
can-
for that time period, that makes sense. Sorry, sorry,
Yeah.
Show&Tell.
No problem. We can kind of, go around them, like, not very far. Just kind of, I guess, no? Like, kind of rejoin the trail, or, like, find the trail, like not stray too far. Is
Yeah,
that possible?
we could definitely try. Yeah, why not? We could definitely try it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I like, you guys can do pretty much anything. I was more waiting to see if that's like your consensus, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. If you do that, can all of you roll me sneaky, and we'll take the average?
No.
Oh, that was a good roll. By Ashen, I mean, not by me.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Okay.
Finally, I won.
So
Minus.
8 divided by 3, that's 2.6. Okay. Basically, the roll was to see if these like passerbys would notice you guys like deliberately steering clear of them, and they would not. They're too busy like freaking out. And like in the distance, you see like like Muninn, especially because they got a good careful roll. You'd see like one of them like starts praying. One of them like starts hurling like accusations, and a small fight breaks out. Like they're clearly panicking.
Yeah. Understandably, I think Muninn would like roll their eyes like above board. That's completely understandable. But Muninn would like think like, oh, how pathetic. Like, you know, it's like clearly it's not anyone's fault, if that makes sense. Why are they fighting?
Yeah.
But
everyone notices Muninn rolling their eyes, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No worries. Okay. As you like go around them and sort of rejoin the road and then continue onwards, you'd see that like on the other side of the road, which is like a very small hill, like if that makes sense, like it's like leveled up terrain, if that makes sense, you see like a large number of fields and people working in the fields. Some of the fields like lie barren. Some of the people who are working are clearly very ill, and this is clearly like a very rich village in terms of like produce. As to whether you guys can find the trail again, can any of you roll careful, whoever might be quote-unquote interested in finding the trail again?
Careful?
Careful, yes.
I'm sorry if you can hear that. Can you?
Hear what?
Oh, okay, I guess not.
Yeah,
it's just, I have airplanes like flying over my head that are super loud. Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's not getting picked up, at least not on my end.
Okay, thankfully.
With those rolls, unfortunately, you're feeling a little lost. Like, you still have, like, the general direction, but not, like, the specific trail. And you don't see, like, any more... Like, there probably are petrified small animals, but you don't see, like, petrified people or horses or, like, anything that's very distinct from a long distance.
Okay.
So we have to get closer. Maybe.
Or you can, like, go searching blindly. Or, obviously, you can abandon the quest, or you can do whatever else.
Yeah, of course.
Let's dance the polka.
Anghel starts dancing the polka. It feels very out of character.
Anghel, are you okay? Why are you doing that? Muninn would say. I suppose... I think Muninn would... I don't know about anyone else. Muninn would, upon, like, realizing that they're not 1000% following the trail, stop for a second and ask everyone else, like, hang on a minute, do we all know where we're going? Like, for sure.
Illona would like look around, not completely now. I think this is the way, but I'm not sure.
What about you, boy? I don't know why Muninn said boy. What about you, Anghel?
Boy.
I am still laughing about the polka. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, he kind of looks around and shrugs, kind of.
Okay. Well, Muninn would probably like be a bit reluctant to carry on, like knowing that they've lost the trail, and like sort of look to everyone else and be like, well, I mean, we can't go around guessing where this basilisk is.
What do you suggest?
Is it really early still? What did you say? Sorry.
Just to answer that question, back when you like made your weapons in the campfire, it was like 9 to 10 a.m. Now it's approaching noon.
Right. What did you say, Ashen? Was it like important?
I semi forgot what I said, but I think I was asking Muninn what he would like suggest in that case.
I think, because I'm trying to think over it in my head in terms of like game, like mechanics. I think Muninn. 1 second, sorry.
And we like do another careful and
Yeah, we could probably.
You can do another careful. It's just that like it means more time will pass because
Right,
it basically would mean like you're standing in the spot like scanning the distance for any visible signs, and probably like half an hour will pass before you find anything.
Okay.
oh, okay.
Unless anyone objects, Muninn would say like, I mean, yeah, this is time to object if anyone like disagrees. But Muninn would look to Illona and say, "Well, we need to find the trail. I'm not gonna go around searching blindly for this thing. Let me see if I can find the trail again." And Muninn would spend however much time it would take for another roll to pass, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Again, unless anyone else is like, "No, don't do that."
I mean, I just think like we can all basically go check. No.
Yeah,
You can,
like-
yes. That doesn't mean that less time would pass.
No, it's the same time. Just that it's all three of us, so
Yep.
there would be more chances for careful.
yeah, exactly.
Do you do so?
I guess.
Yeah.
0. Oh, damn!
Nice one, Anghel.
Yay!
Anghel does find the trail again. I will mention in the time that passes. Is anyone keeping an eye on like the petrified man on the road and like that little scene?
I feel like Muninn would like pass passively, if that makes sense.
Then you'd probably see from a distance like the brawl starts to escalate. One of them pulls out a pitchfork, one of them an axe,
Oh my god.
Oh,
and the third one who was praying fled back to the village, presumably to get help or just to hide. You're not sure.
yeah.
Oh damn. Okay, well.
I feel like Muninn's a bit torn because ultimately, after some, Muninn, after some consideration, would think like we could probably, in theory, like break this fight up by explaining everything, but Muninn doesn't want to like risk getting the plague, so. And it's only like from what it sounds like, or from what Muninn can see, it seems like it's only like a brawl. It doesn't seem like a real like. I mean, one of them's got a pitchfork, sure, but
And the other an axe.
yeah, but I mean, actually, now that I think about it,
Like it feels. I mean, like I feel like we have bigger things to worry about than this brawl, like between stupid people.
yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Like normally I feel like Anghel would care. Like so I don't know. I probably didn't even notice, but like or like he didn't pay attention to that. But like he would care, but in this situation, it doesn't seem like important enough. I feel.
The only other thing that yeah, you're right, there are bigger fish to fry. The only other thing I just thought about, and something maybe Muninn would have considered too, is that like if everyone did sort of explain the situation, it probably wouldn't hurt to have these people on our side, but again, they have the plague, so it probably would hurt to have them on our side. Like, to fight this basilisk.
Would they come and help us fight? I don't even like. I don't know. If they can...
I mean, maybe, but then again, we'd have to talk to them and interact with them, and
I don't think it's worth it.
No, exactly.
And also, it puts them in danger. I feel like that's something that Anghel would.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably not something Muninn would be too against.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously Anghel probably would be, like you said, if Anghel would be uncomfortable, then fair enough. And if Illona would, yeah, it's just not worth it. There's too many variables.
Sure thing. So basically what happens is you guys spend close to half an hour like looking, trying to find where the trail is, and as like the sun gleams in a certain way, Anghel would probably spot like an odd reflection and realize, oh, there's a big, unusually big stone there. Oh, a lot of those over there. Probably petrified animals, like small animals. And Anghel realizes, oh, that's the trail that the basilisk leads. While that's happening, Illona and Muninn look but don't really find anything. Muninn notices the brawl escalating. And that's sort of the scene. Anghel notices the trail, Muninn notices the brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. So, Anghel, do you, or have you already like pointed the trail out to everyone else, or?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, not to put words into your mouth or anything, but
no, yeah, it's a good thing you asked because I don't know. I mean, I have to think about it.
Okay, cool. Well, Muninn would like put their like, I mean, if Anghel would let them, like Muninn would put their hand on, like pat Anghel on the shoulder, if that makes sense, and be like, "Oh, well done," for finding the trail. And
yeah, I feel like Anghel did allow this. Like he didn't like flinch or anything, or move away, or and even maybe like gives a little smile. Maybe he's starting to thaw a little.
Cool. Cool. In that case, let's. Should we all move on or follow the trail?
Let's do it.
Yep.
As you're following the trail, is anyone keeping an eye on the brawl going on sort of behind you, or are you just focused on the trail?
I think like Muninn would spare a last glimpse before they carry on.
Is it like very noisy? Like, would it suddenly could it suddenly draw attention? Like if you're not looking in a direction?
I'd say it's not super noisy just because the two people who are fighting are very ill, so they can't like roar a battle cry or something. If that makes sense.
Okay. If that's the case, then no.
Muninn, you said you were like paying like a small amount of attention?
Yeah.
Okay. I rolled the dice to see like what the outcome of the brawl would be, and I rolled a 14, meaning that the guy who fled to the village to get help would return with like a small posse of people who would break up the fight.
Okay,
nice.
So the fight's broken up. That's good.
Yeah.
Although now there is like more people like stunned and horrified by the human statue.
Yeah, of course. Which could mean a bigger fight, possibly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's none of our business.
Okay, so you would continue on your way. Let me write a note down. Okay, the trail would lead you like through the plain. Also, it would also perhaps lead you through some farmer fields. Would you like go through the fields themselves, like potentially trampling crops, or would you like just go around them if the trail like would lead to through a field?
I think Anghel would go around. I think he has some kind of respect for crops.
Yeah, understandable.
And if Anghel and if Muninn or Illona, he might try to like steer them away if he sees them like walking
Yeah,
or something.
that makes sense. Yeah, I think Muninn would initially go to walk through the crops and trample them, but then walk with Anghel in the end, if that makes sense.
What about Illona?
Oh,
I didn't expect this to be the difficult decision of the day.
can you repeat the question? My brain kind of went
So the
shut down mode.
the trail also goes through some crop fields. Anghel and Muninn are going around as to not disturb the crops. Are you doing the same thing?
Yeah, I guess.
Sure. Can any of you give
Like I
me...
could give it gives them the look, kind of, if they don't. So
Can any of you give me careful to see if you'd be able to follow the trail? It will be an easier roll than before.
careful.
Whoever is trying to keep track of the trail.
Oh,
Anghel and Illona, you're able to like find like where the trail carries on without like detouring for too much time.
Okay, great.
Okay. You proceed on your way. You through the outskirts of the village. I'm guessing you're sticking to the trail and not going through to the village, correct?
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, as close to the trail as possible, I imagine. If that was a question for everyone, sorry.
Yeah, it was for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
And then eventually you'd reach the small river that you see on the map. I'll like drag your tokens around. I guess my question would be, you see a bridge in the distance. The river is like clearly crossable, so you don't have to use the bridge. But let me know if you do or not, given your previous experience with rivers.
Oh. Okay, Anghel kind of walks toward it and kind of, dips his toe inside.
Oh, I should have mentioned you're not quite at the river yet.
Oh, okay.
Like you see there's a river.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So Anghel, I feel like maybe like if they're maybe kind of stops like kind of abruptly, when he notices. And then he might continue more slowly. Unless someone else is doing something, I don't know. Like continuing toward the river, but like he's definitely cautious.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think Muninn would prefer to take the bridge. And maybe make their way.
I mean, last time it was Illona who nearly died or something, right? In the
Yeah,
like,
definitely the bridge from my part.
okay. So if they're all going to the bridge, then Anghel would follow.
Okay. Again, it would probably mean that you'd probably have to do another roll to pick up the trail again.
After we cross the bridge? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. You make your way along, well, not near the river, but along it towards the bridge. You see that like there's fairly little activity in the village, probably owing to the plague. And as you reach the bridge, you will see. Let me put them on screen. There is a man at like the base of the bridge on your side of it, and for lack of a better term, once I put them, oh, that's the wrong campaign. Once I put them on screen, it's this man looking as jolly as they look, and they're using a bucket to take water from the bridge, and then like drinking the contents of the bucket, and then filling it again.
Take water from the bridge?
The river,
Like
my
from-
bad. River, my bad.
Oh, okay.
I misspoke.
Sorry. Okay.
So they're taking, using a bucket to take water from the river, drinking it, and they sigh, and they pick up water again, and drink it again. Again, a disappointed sigh, and they continue doing so.
Are they actually holding these? I don't know what it is.
They're wine jugs.
Watermelons, it looks like.
Wine jugs.
What is it? Oh, okay.
Wine jugs. They're not holding them, but they are like dangling from his belt.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. So I guess like he just stands there and drinks the water.
Mm-hmm. Well, at the base of the bridge, so if you cross the bridge, you would encounter him, for lack of a better term. He like fills the bucket with water, drinks all the contents of the bucket, then like lets out a disappointed sigh and repeats the process.
Okay, I guess Anghel kind of, when he notices this, he kind of turns to look at Muninn and Illona kind of to see what they think. Like, I don't know, like exchange a look, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of like, okay, this is weird. Probably something's gonna happen. I don't know.
Oh no.
Or isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? I don't know.
I mean,
It's-
he's drinking.
Oh,
He's
weird.
drinking bucketfuls of water, and he's not.
Oh,
stopping.
bucketfuls. Okay.
And he's not
Okay,
stopping.
definitely weird. Definitely weird. Okay.
Yeah, definitely weird.
Yeah.
Muninn would notice Anghel look at Anghel, and then look to Illona.
Illona would like comment quietly, like, he is thirsty.
That he is. I guess Muninn, if no one else wants to, Muninn would walk up to him, or like approach him at least. Same thing.
A drinking challenge. Here we go.
Does anyone follow, or is it just Muninn?
Illona would follow it like a bit behind.
Yeah, I guess Anghel too.
Yeah, you'd approach the guy, and he'd turn around and say, "Oh, hail there," and like wave the bucket. Want a drink?
Sorry if I'm like, if Muninn or whatever, or if I'm talking too much. But if Muninn would look to everyone else, before like answering, like, if does anyone else answer first, or?
I feel like Anghel and Illona kind of gave Muninn the lead.
Okay.
Surely, like they just like you do your thing. Like we trust you.
Okay.
Like, if you would look back, Illona would like shake her head, a bit scared.
Yeah. Well, in that case, Muninn would raise their hand and like kind of like a wave, and they would say, "Hail."
Hail.
Sorry to trouble you, stranger, but my friends and I were wondering, what is it that you're doing?
I'm drinking water. Well, trying to.
Right. Well, I mean, I suppose we can see that, but you're drinking an awful lot of water.
He lets out a sigh and says, "Yeah, I am." He looks sad.
It's the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
The name's always thirsty.
The who? The what?
His
Always
As in,
thirsty.
his name is Always Thirsty.
Oh, okay.
I see. I suppose you. I suppose I know where you got the name from then.
The dragon cursed me to never be able to satisfy my thirst. Keep trying,
Oh.
but say,
That kind of sucks.
are you the ones I've been told to wait for?
Ooh.
We don't know that.
Most likely, but maybe you can just pretend that we're not.
Yeah.
No, actually, no.
Illona would actually ask who's the dragon is. Like, who is the dragon who cursed you?
The dragon. Who else could it be?
I've never heard of the dragon.
Where have you been living? It's he points to the west. It's the gigantic beast that lives over there, made everyone's lives hell. Above board, none of you really know what he's talking about. Although you can roll me a careful to see if you remember something.
Careful. Okay.
Mhm.
Wait, I can do that too.
Anghel can also roll clever if they prefer. Okay.
Oh no, he doesn't. He did that.
Anghel and Muninn remember that they have met another traveler who was looking to slay a dragon.
Right, the orphan. What was it? What was it?
Prince Charming.
No, the infant.
Handsome infant, yes.
Oh.
Right. So he didn't slay the dragon then. Did he?
Well, Prince Charming said that the dragon is all the way to the mountains to the west, and you haven't encountered any mountains.
Right. So he's definitely far away.
And Anghel, because you sort of remember, yeah, in the folk tales, Always Thirsty was one of the companions of Prince Charming.
Mhm. Okay, and Angel's the only one who knows about this, right?
Yep.
So, like, I would like to ask, like, if he's seen Prince Charming, but I'd have to convey, like, Angel would have to convey that to Muninn or Illona. And I don't know if he can.
I suppose you could give it a try. Like,
Like, how would you? I mean, I'm pretty sure we haven't covered the signs for Prince Charming or anything like that.
Probably not.
So,
Anghel can try with a flashy roll, but it would be a difficult roll.
ugh. What's a flashy roll? Like, how difficult do I know, or can I know?
I will say that, like, I think it would be difficulty 4 to actually convey the idea, but if you get a 2 or above, you'll still convey parts of the idea. Make sense?
Okay, so let's try. What do you have to lose? So, I'll go for the flashy.
Mm-hmm. Muninn and Illona, Anghel starts making gestures. It looks like he's asking if you guys have seen someone, or if that guy has seen someone.
I, for some reason, like, have this, like, I don't know, like, I have this image in my head of, like, you know, when, I don't know if, like, when animated characters kind of suddenly spring these eyelashes, and start, you know,
I know what you mean.
kind of, you know, batting their eyes.
Yeah, definitely.
What's wrong with your friend over there? You thirsty boy?
I'm tempted to make Muninn and be like, "Oh yeah, he's really thirsty. He wants the he wants the bucket."
Why?
I don't know. Muninn would ask, my friend is My friend is asking if you've seen someone walk by recently. I'm not sure who he's referring to, though.
I mean, yeah, plenty of people. This is a busy village. A whole army passed through here recently. He shrugs.
I suppose anyone... Have you met anyone that you know?
No, but I'm supposed to wait for someone here. Are you the ones I'm supposed to wait for?
I'm not sure. I mean, who told you that you needed to wait for someone?
Oh, you know. So are you the ones who I'm supposed to wait for?
We know. Okay.
We know.
Above board, it's never stated in a folktale.
What?
It's never stated in a folktale.
Oh, that's part of the folktale that he's waiting for someone?
Hmm?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Does Anghel know that?
Yeah, Anghel will know Prince Charming is supposed to come, beat him in a drinking contest, and for that reason, always first he will join Prince Charming's party in hunting the dragon.
Right. That makes sense.
So Prince Charming didn't, like, it seems he didn't make it here, though. I mean...
I guess not. I mean, we must have beat him to it if Big Thirst... Sorry,
Somehow, even though he was totally ahead of us, you know.
Yeah.
Did you just call him Big Thirsty?
Yeah, what was his name, sorry? Is that not his...
His canonical
Oh,
name
Big
is...
Thirsty.
Yeah.
But it's close enough.
Oh.
I love it, Big Thirsty.
Yeah, it's
Way
good,
better.
good.
Well, well, Muninn would say, I mean, I think you're mistaking us for someone else, I'm afraid, but we could, I mean, I'm sure we'd be more than willing to help you, but we have our own quest, like...
Oh, you're after the dragon too?
A serpent, actually.
So the dragon?
Well, I mean, a serpent that can't fly. Have you seen the basilisk around? And Muninn would like point to the like petrified like person over in the distance, as long as they can still see them.
You can't, but you can.
Maybe we
convey
have something closer that's petrified, though, don't we? Like on the
it
train
would
or
be small animals. Like we can say that retroactively, one of you like picked up like a petrified squirrel or something, but it would be hard to see from over here.
It would definitely be Illona who picked up a squirrel.
Sure,
That's my job.
I have nothing against that. So, do you produce the petrified squirrel?
Yes, I give it to him. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Masterful craftsmanship. It almost looks real.
That's the thing, it is real. Anything that the basilisks see, it turns to stone like this.
Ah, I see. Sounds like a fearsome creature.
Yeah. Kind of like a dragon.
How big is it?
Quite big, I imagine. Like bigger. Probably not as big as the dragon, but I mean, probably not far off either.
Feel free to roll me a clever to like make an educated guess, but it obviously will not be super accurate.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
You know by like the trail that it's not like dragon size, because if it was like dragon size, it would also have left a trail of like destroyed trees and damaged foliage and such. It's probably the size of like, you know, those like really old and really big turtles, like kind of like that.
Okay.
It's tiny.
Yeah, that doesn't seem massive.
Not tiny. It's
Pretty average.
it's between 1 to 2 meters in quote unquote length, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Ah, okay. Oh, interesting. I was imagining it to be bigger than that, but fair enough. I suppose that makes it easier to deal with. Muninn, Angel's quite tall, isn't he? So Muninn would probably say, Muninn would point to Anghel and say, I mean, it's roughly as long as, like, if we can retroactively, like, sort of pretend that Muninn didn't say it's almost as big as a dragon. Muninn would point to Anghel and say, well, it's nearly as long as he is tall.
Ah, fearsome creature indeed. If you want, as tradition holds, if you beat me in a drinking contest, I'll join you in your adventure. If you beat me in a drinking contest, then it would mean you're the ones I'm supposed to join. He smiles and like pats the like gourds of wine that he has, and as if to say, "Yeah, right, you can't beat me."
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so actually like interested in seeing how this goes. Illona would be down for it.
Down for actually, competing against him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, she would step forward and be like, actually, I'm feeling quite thirsty.
He gives you a smile and a nod like, "Yeah, I know the feeling."
Hell yeah. Let the games begin.
So what's your preference? Water, wine, mead?
Illona would say water, and like, since it's so close.
Oh, well, find a bucket and let's start.
Find a bucket?
Do you have a spare bucket?
I have these, but I have wine in them. These are for special occasions. I mean, I'm sure you can find one in the village. Or we can take turns drinking.
Yeah, we can take turns.
I don't know if this counts, because obviously Anghel has probably one of the most useful stunts. The one where Anghel can carve something. Would Anghel, like, you don't have to do this, Illona, but like Illona, you don't have to do this, Show&Tell, but could Anghel's carving thing like work maybe with this? Like Anghel can carve like a bucket.
I just
we're supposed to get something in return for it though. Like that's how the stuff works. But
okay.
Well, I mean, something in return can be his assistance.
Yeah.
But then it guarantees it though, doesn't it?
It would guarantee his assistance.
Could Anghel make a cheating bucket?
So there wouldn't be a point in the competition. What did you say?
Could you make a cheating bucket that like secretly rips out the water and makes me seem like I can drink so much?
That'd be really cool.
I don't know how talented you think Anghel is. But
I would say like this drinking competition will be basically a quote-unquote fight, quote-unquote combat, in which you guys he'll roll his forceful, you to drink the water it would be forceful. If you have something else in mind, it would be something else in mind. Anghel making a leaky bucket, I would treat that either as Anghel giving you assistance or as Anghel making an advantage for you.
That makes sense.
So it's possible. Illona would go to Anghel and ask, "Can you make a bucket?" And then like give a look, like the bucket, the leaky bucket.
The leaky bucket.
Would he not like think about that to check the bucket or something? Like I don't know.
Anghel's so good; it doesn't show. Just like the most leaky bucket trained eye.
And again, I mean, if it's part of the stunt, then it's just. Then does that?
Well,
like if I do it as a stunt, does it just skip the battle?
Yeah, using your stunt would mean skipping the battle. So you making the bucket for Illona I would not treat it as a stunt.
Okay.
The stunt strictly relates to like how you guys interact with Always Thirsty, not with the drinking contest.
Okay.
Unless like I guess you could make like, though it would be convoluted, you could use your stunt to have him lose on purpose, I guess. Though that would be a convoluted way of achieving the same thing.
I kind of don't understand what you said. That it's the stunt relates to how we treat Always Thirsty.
Yeah, because the stunt is you carve something and you get something in return from it for it.
Right.
So it does not relate to the drinking contest.
Oh. So we could, but if we lose the drinking contest, it will still help us?
It is your stunt. Your stunts are supposed to be your super overpowered moment, so yes, it would.
So
Okay.
we can just like skip the whole
Let's
battle
do
scene
that.
and add him to the team, or what?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but...
Let's go.
You can skip the battle, or I'd like for the fun of it to have an actual drinking battle, but it's up to you guys.
I thought we could have it for fun, but it wouldn't actually matter. Like...
Yeah, if we can add him like that, why not?
Okay, sure, let's do it. So, Anghel, carves a bucket.
Not sure where you get the wood for that, but okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I was just like wondering about that too.
Give me a careful to see if you spot any like wood around. You probably spot a tree, though taking it down would be kind of difficult without like an axe or something. But you also spot like some guy's firewood near his house that you'd have to steal.
I can help with that if you need a
firewood. But firewood is like is it big enough for a bucket? Okay, I don't know.
I mean, you'd carve it into shape and you'd use multiple pieces, but you can make it work.
Okay, let's do it.
So your options
are we stealing then?
Yeah, your options are
we?
stealing or chopping down a tree. Those are your options. Or you could just like skip the middleman and steal a bucket from somewhere.
That's also true. But then the stunt wouldn't apply.
Well, the stunt would not apply anyway.
Oh, okay. I'm totally confused. Like the stunt, like we need to, like, Anga's gonna use the stunt.
Basically, the stunt.
Maybe.
The stunt is your way of cheating the battle and skipping it. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay. And we decided not to do that then. Is that what we decided?
You guys tell me.
Yeah, I'm asking in general.
I am just more confused by the second. You have way more like, yeah, you know what's going on. I trust your judgment.
I'm not sure I know what's going on. Who did you say knew what's going on?
I think so. Basically, we can either choose to skip the battle, or we can choose to do the battle, which I think would be quite funny.
Yeah.
And quite fun. But I assume Anghel would give Illona a +1 or a plus.
Yeah, basically, you guys have 3 choices. 1,
Okay.
use Anghel's stunt to skip the battle. You also have the choice of, if you fail the battle, you can use the stunt to get the result, the favorable result anyway. But that's choice number 1. Choice number 2 is trying to make a leaky bucket. That's why you're like thinking of stealing firewood or chopping down a tree. The leaky bucket would give Illona an advantage in the battle. Choice number 3 is to just go with the battle like no advantage whatsoever.
Like without the, but my question is, because when we use the stunt, it's like, oh, magic, and Anghel carves really fast.
Yep.
But without the stunt,
Without the
it's gonna
stunt,
take him like 2 days. I don't.
Not quite 2 days, but it will take you a bit, yes.
Alright, so I mean, like I could definitely try to, if you don't mind. Like, I mean,
And again,
it's kind of silly because the basilisk is like getting away in all this time.
Yeah, sidetrack.
and again, you do have 2 weeks, and an addendum to choice number 2, which is number 2 is like trying to make a bucket, is also
Yeah.
you can skip the middleman and just like look for a bucket and not for wood.
Yeah, but we want it to be leaky. That's the.
You can punch a hole in it. You can punch a hole in it.
I am a
Right.
team leaky bucket, 100%.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds fun, but should we just look for a bucket then?
Sure.
Yeah. Prioritize looking for a bucket, and then if we can't find one, we'll make one.
Okay.
So we just like peace out, BRB to the dude, and go bucket hunting.
Yeah, I guess.
He'd give you a nod and resume drinking from the river.
Okay. So, do we need to use carefuls to look for a bucket? Do we even know where to start to
You
look for a
would,
bucket?
you would need to, yes. So
Okay.
who's looking for a bucket?
Uh,
Everyone. Aren't we all looking for a bucket?
You guys tell me.
okay.
Yeah.
We could all look for one.
Yep.
Deli,
you're a little bit quiet. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Anghel and Muninn, you see a villager. Actually, I'm gonna roll to see if they look infected or not.
Ooh,
Oh,
is
no.
the bucket infected? What? A zombie bucket.
They coughed into the bucket.
Just like growing stuff out of it.
They don't look infected. They're carrying a bucket, presumably to get water from the river. Illona also sees that, but they also see, like, in one of, like, the yards that people have, like, among, like, a broom and, like, a pitchfork, there's also a bucket over there. But you have to sneak into someone's yard to get it. So your choices for bucket are either mug this guy or steal it from someone's yard.
I go yard sneaking.
Yeah, yard.
Yeah,
Definitely yard.
I think I'm in favor of yard.
Oh, only Nona noticed the yard, though, right? The one in the yard.
Yes, though it's easy, obviously, to convey to everyone else. You guys decide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would say like, point over there, there's a bucket. And then she would proceed to roll the sneaky.
Go.
Is only Illona sneaking into the yard, or is she followed by anyone?
I think we let Illona.
You guys could like help distract though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If we can assist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how do you assist?
By.
I have an idea. Angel's a big boy, so
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm a bit quiet. Angel's a big boy, so if we needed to, he could distract anyone. I suppose, if that makes sense.
How do you mean? Just
Like-
by being a beefy boy?
Like,
Yeah,
just
so, like-
standing and kind of
Yeah,
covering,
he's like
you know. Like,
he's not very loud, but he's obviously a big presence. So if Angon notices anyone, he could like go up to them and like pretend to be like someone that doesn't speak. This is a very specific scenario. So if anyone comes out into the yard or anything, Anghel could walk up to them and be like, maybe this isn't as foolproof as I thought, but he could walk up to them and pretend to be like asking them a question, but then the person would be like, "Oh, you don't speak hard, you can't understand me," and then like Angel's like pretends not to understand them, if that makes sense.
okay,
It's completely different to like what I thought when you said like just by being a big boy. I thought it was like standing shirtless and just flexing in the middle of the thing,
Yeah,
distracting everybody.
Oh,
I'm a big
Yeah.
boy.
I mean, he could do that too.
oh my god, yeah, I can.
Up to you, Anghel. What do you want to do? Two options.
Sure. Sure. The bad news is that assists have to be declared before the roll. And Illona has already rolled.
No!
I was worried about.
Meaning that Anghel can still do that, but after we resolve if someone has spotted Illona or not.
Okay.
I'd just be like, wait! Taking off his shirt.
Fate point time. Fate point time. I have an extra fate point. I will use it now. Master of Escape. Let's go.
You're using it to
Wait, I don't understand. What? There's like a... What is the 4 for?
Basically, there's two individuals who might spot Illona.
Oh, okay. So one of them did.
Currently, yes, but Ilona's about to spend a fate point, right?
Master of Escape. I invoke it.
To improve your roll by 2?
Yes.
Okay. You sneak your way into this backyard, and the first thing you see is an older gentleman, like emerging from the house and like stretching. It's noon, so he's clearly overslept. He does not look sick, and you also see a dog that an older dog, like walking slowly to his master. But fortunately, because of your role, you're able to make your way into the yard while they like cuddle, for lack of a better term, while he pets the dog.
Yes.
Okay. Do you get closer, or do you wait for them to like go away or do something? This is also the point where Anghel can be flashy if Anghel wants.
So you're gonna like roll them again if I go closer, or what's?
Yes, if you go closer, I will have to roll again.
Then I guess I just wait a tiny bit.
Yeah. How long do we need to wait though? Like
2 days. They were cuddling.
They don't seem to be stopping anytime soon. The dog happily licks the owner's face. The owner chuckles and continues petting the dog.
Okay.
Just because I would love to see how Anghel would like distract us. Can we do that?
Oh no. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of don't really see him doing the shirtless thing, even though I love it.
You're not gonna go shirtless there and be like, touch my muscles. No?
You guys can always compel show and tell, I guess, if Anghel has relevant aspects for that.
I feel like the only way it would happen if, like, I mean, maybe his shirt is really tattered at this point, you know? Maybe it just kind of is falling apart anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're gonna like make a show and like.
he doesn't
rip it
have
apart?
the change of clothes anymore. What did he say?
Are you like gonna make a show and like rip it off, or just put it back on later? I don't get it.
No, but like, oh my god, I don't know. Like, you wouldn't take off his shirt though. You wouldn't do that. Ugh. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I just love the scenery so much though.
that's fair enough. No, and no pressure. Like, this is entirely your choice if you want to do this.
I guess otherwise, if like we don't go for the distraction option, I could maybe throw a stone at some
No.
place.
I definitely want to distract. It's just that I don't. I mean. Maybe Illona tells him to do it, and then maybe he does it. Like on his own, he wouldn't do it. But
I would say that Illona, like, telling Anghel, hey, do this, would blow Ilona's cover, because she's hiding.
So it'd have to be like a compel in that case.
Or Muninn telling Anghel to do it.
like what? I don't know.
how does compelling work? Do you lose a fate point for compelling, or how does it?
Well, if you compel someone, first you have to identify like an aspect that you're compelling, and if that other person accepts, you pass along your fate point to them. If they refuse, you don't lose any fate points, but they do lose a fate point.
It's still like a matter of choice. Like,
Unless you're out of fate points, in which case you're obligated to accept.
yeah. Yeah, I just don't feel. I just. Damn it.
Sorry if we've already gone over this, but alternatively, you could distract him, not by taking your shirt off, but just by doing, by being a big, because, interrupt me if I'm talking shit, but if because Anghel's wide, he's
Yeah, he's gonna block the view.
Yeah.
For sure.
You'd have
Probably.
to step into the guy's yard to block the view of Illona.
Fair enough.
Oh. Like the guy's in the yard?
Yeah.
The guy.
Yeah, he is on the porch where the other tools are, just petting the dog and playing with the dog.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if there's a way to...
Maybe. I was thinking maybe we can make the dog run away, but
yeah, I was just thinking.
I would say that there's no fence, the quote-unquote yard, is circled only by tall grass, and that's in Illona's hiding in a tall grass.
Could, if it's too late for Muninn to do anything, then stop me. But could Muninn put their fingers in their mouth and whistle, the really strong high-pitched whistle?
It is not too late, and Muninn definitely can.
Okay.
Does Muninn do that?
Yeah, to try and kind of if they were calling the dog to them,
Then give me a flashy, please.
Okay. Ah, not good enough.
You do this.
Ooh.
Anghel, you look at Muninn and you think that Muninn's doing making a fool of themselves.
Is that not very distracting, though? That must be ultra distracting.
Yeah.
Task failed successfully.
Not quite. Well, not regarding the old guy and his dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think distracting the dog though is
I mean, the first idea that Muninn had, that the Deli had, I mean, about the playing dumb or whatever, basically drawing the person, the old man, into conversation.
Yeah,
for a long time. That could work.
Can you knock on their door to try and get them?
You'd have to they're in the doorway.
Yeah, but they're at their back door, aren't they?
There's only one door. I apologize.
There's only one door.
I apologize if I wasn't clear.
No, it's okay.
Okay. So basically, just go up to them and start. I don't know.
Ashen, Illona?
Yes.
No, just because I guess messed up situations, can I offer you a compel?
Oh, yeah, please do. Offer away.
I'd like to compel your has a bounty on her head aspect. You can tell, okay, this guy's not moving, the dog's not going away. Screw it, I'm just gonna kill them.
Oh.
No, I refuse.
Then you'll lose a fate point.
I'll take that.
Okay. Damn. So anyway, Anghel I guess walks up to the dude, the old man.
Sure. You're not being subtle, I'm guessing. So he'd look
Flashy.
up. The dog would also like stop, and would like assume a defensive posture, for lack of a better term. Although he's not like barking or something yet. And the old man would say, "Hello there."
Anghel, waves at him.
He waves back awkwardly.
and then he starts signing or something.
Give me a flashy then, because I'm assuming this is your distraction.
Like, I don't even know what he's asking, but he's doing it.
Okay. You've garnered their attention. Whether that will stick, whether that attention will stick or not, we will see. What does Illona do, if anything?
Continue. Fuck it. Here we go. It's my chance.
Can Illona give me a sneaky?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah, the guy and the dog just keep staring at Anghel. The dog would probably slowly approach and start sniffing Anghel. Not aggressively, but oh, who's this person? And in using this opportunity, Illona would be able to sneak in and quickly grab a bucket.
Perfect. Do I get out again as well, or?
Depending on what Anghel does.
What was the question? Can you what?
Well, again,
if I get out again.
Yeah, again, to describe the situation, the man's just staring at you, the dog is sniffing you. What does Anghel do?
So...
But Anghel does see that Illona's got the bucket. But she does need to get away, if that makes sense.
I feel like I always have it in my head that he, could take off his shirt in desperation, but
I like it.
But right now, I guess he just kind of, he's trying to convey that he's asking a question. Or something. He opens he keeps on signing and kind of opens his arms, his hands kind of to show that he's asking something.
Give me a flashy.
Yeah, it's another flashy, and I hope that it's not gonna feel. Shit.
You wanna come in to eat something?
I'm good. Yeah. I mean, okay, doesn't matter. He shakes his head. So long as they keep on being distracted.
What does Illona do?
How does the property look like? Do I have to sneak back the same way I came from, or is there more sufficient way for me to sneak?
There's a porch more or less surrounding the house. You are currently on the porch, having just stolen the bucket. The guy is also on the porch, although he's looking at Anghel. So you can go back the way you came. You can circle around the house and get away that way. Your choice.
The option that leaves me in the in their sight for the least amount of time.
Circling around the house.
Then that's what I do.
Can you give me a sneaky, please?
Mm-hmm. Oi! Oopsie.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay.
So is it an angry grandpa or an angry dog?
The one is the grandpa, the three is the dog.
Okay.
Do you guys want to improve your rolls, or is this what we're going for?
I mean, I'm trying to understand the flashy is, what does it do exactly? In terms of the game mechanics.
Basically, I treated it as the guy and the dog will roll their carefuls to try to figure out what's going on. Normally they would only have to beat Illona's sneaky. However, with Anghel rolling, if Anghel, like, hypothetically would have gotten a better flashy than Illona's sneaky, and also better than the rolls those two had, they would have been too distracted to notice Illona. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the thing is that if one of us like re-rolls or something, I think Illona has a better chance of doing a better sneaky than
Illona did get an almost critical fail.
than Anghel doing a better flashy. You know? Although I know that Illona has like less fate points.
I would say that if you tie with the dog specifically, like, again, ties on an overcome is you succeed at a negative cost.
So, like, that could be like, I imagine, like, if that happened.
Oh, the dog could, I don't know, tear more of the shirt or something, and then Anghel would really have to be shirtless, you know, whether he likes it or not.
Well, I decide the negative cost, but we'll see.
I'm just giving ideas. Okay. Okay. So what should we do?
I mean, I'd be down for improving mine, or if you want to do it, doesn't matter for me. I can get it.
Like,
Get
you
back.
could get, if you do a re-roll, you could get potentially a better roll than the dog.
Sure.
So that's why I'm...
Let's go with that. Let's try that.
Okay.
Reroll.
What are you invoking, Illona?
I am invoking as much as running from a past life. I've been on people portions before.
Sure. In this campaign also. Give me a reroll.
Yeah.
That would be sufficient for Illona to make a getaway.
Whoa!
So yeah, Illona, you sneak off like behind the house, like into the nearby field, and you are scot-free. Meanwhile, the dog is like sniffing Anghel and like probably Anghel, where are your hands?
Where are his hands?
Like by
In
your
front of him?
well, by your side. Are you signing? What are you doing with your hands?
Yeah, I thought he was signing.
Okay, I was asking because like if you were like holding your hands like by your side, the dog would have licked them.
Oh, okay. We can live with that.
Yeah, the dog, like having sniffed you satisfactorily, returns to his owner, and the owner says, "Well, if you don't want to eat, son, what can I help you with?"
He looks around, kind of, you know, looking frustrated, kind of. He's trying to, and being like, and kind of, you know, shrugging, like you can't help me, and moving on, I guess. But he notices that Illona escaped.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Next time, don't just stand in people's porches, son. All right.
I can waves at him like whatever. I don't know. He can make everyone he wants.
Sure. And you guys depart. Well, unless Muninn wants to do something, obviously.
No, I don't think so. I think they were kind of watching all of this happen, more or less.
Sure.
Enjoying the show.
Yeah.
Sure. You have now acquired the bucket.
Woo!
I will ask Anghel for help, the one who knows wood, to improve my bucket, to make it a leaky bucket.
Okay.
Can you give me a careful Anghel? This will not be a difficult roll.
Okay.
Okay, you make it like leaky without it being suspicious, let's say. In the actual drinking contest, would you like this to be an advantage that Illona can use, or an assist?
Would that be like an assist for always? Like, if it's an advantage, it's like one time that you can use it?
I'll give her 2 charges on the advantage.
2 times. And if it's an assist, it's every time she gets a +1?
It's every time she uses the bucket. If she does something that does not involve a bucket, obviously she'll not get an assist.
Okay. So what do you think, Illona? and Muninn, I mean, Ashen and Deli, what do you think?
If it were me, I'd probably go for the assist because it's every time.
Yeah. It's just that it's 1 point, whereas in a charge it could be +2 or a reroll.
Yeah.
But twice, but 2 times.
I'd also say assist.
Okay.
Like
So
every
let's
time.
go with assist. With
Okay.
assist.
Then Illona will have a +1 to her rolls in the drinking contest whenever she does something involving the bucket. And like the fact that it's leaky. Okay. Do you return to always thirsty?
We return to Big Thirsty.
This is rapper name.
Yeah.
As opposed to Little Thirsty.
Yeah.
You see him at his usual spot, continuing to like drink water from the river with a very unsatisfied expression. The guy, the villager rather, that you saw earlier, who was heading to the river as well to get some water. You see him like depart the scene with a bucket full of water with a like weirded out look, and he like gives you guys also like a "who are you guys" look, but he does not say anything as he like quickly moves along. This is too weird for him.
Illona would like give back a "Who are you?" look. As they're walking by.
I compel Illona to kill him. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm joking. Okay. So you return to always thirsty, and he says, "You're back? Are we doing
Yes.
this?"
I'm ready to drink. I'm ready.
Then let's start the drinking contest, I suppose, as I turn on the background music. My question would be, technically this is initiative order, so the person with the highest quick would go first. In this case, it would be Illona. That being said, does Illona want to drink first, or...
Yeah, I can drink first.
Okay.
So I would.
The guy extend with his hand invites you to also take a seat on a rock next to a small river, and says, "Ladies first."
Illona would probably. I don't know if the game plan is better to stand. If that would give me a drinking advantage, maybe not. Leaky advantage. I don't know. She'll probably stay pretty close to the river, and Okay, so my game plan is, when I grab the water, I make it splash, so my clothes already get kind of wet from the splash, so it won't show if the bucket is leaky. Make sense?
That sounds like creating a sneaky advantage.
Yes, sir.
Can you roll me a sneaky, please? You splash water on yourself, but you only get your boots and pants dirty. And this is muddy water. You just dirty them with mud.
It's
yeah,
muddy
we
water.
have to drink that.
Hey, I didn't know that.
You've drunk less sanitary water.
Okay.
You alright? He says.
Did you? Okay. Yeah, I'm just excited.
Okay. His turn. I guess he will drink and make an attack against you by also having you drink. So this will be a forceful attack against you. How would Illona defend herself?
Vice.
Making her drink? How does the battle even work? Like who drinks more wins? Supposedly.
Who manages to drink more, I guess. Like, whoever drops out first loses, is a better way of saying it.
Okay. And making her drink at the same time that he's drinking is...
No, this is just a convoluted way of me saying he's attacking Illona.
Okay.
But we still drink at the same time, right?
More or less.
Because I would use that as an advantage to like make him not pay as much attention to me since he's drinking with the freaking bucket in his face. So hopefully I can make the leak, you know?
Currently, he is making a forceful attack against you. That sounds like you're using a sneaky defense. You take 1 point of damage. That will be your level 1 stress.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I still have my 6 consequence. I should be careful.
Your turn.
Wow, yeah, we didn't think of that.
I would as much as try to make it leak even more the next time I attack him with drinking and like cheer him to drink at the same time.
Basically, I guess his quote-unquote damage against you was like, you realize, shit, he's drinking a bucket full of water. And as you like put your own bucket to your lips and like you let most of it like leak, but you do have to drink at least a little bit and you're like, oh, this water is disgusting. How am I gonna manage this? And you feel demoralized. Make sense?
Yeah.
And for your turn, what did you say you were doing?
I like trying to make it leak even more the next time and like having him drink at the same time as well. Basically what he did to me, but more sneaky.
Sounds like a careful or sneaky attack.
Sneaky. Oh wow! This dude is a drinking god.
His name is always thirsty. With that roll, with that big of a difference, he creates an advantage against you.
Okay.
Yeah, his advantage will be, I don't know. Up against a beginner, I don't know. He chugs water like without like any care almost, and though you quote unquote keep pace with him, you can tell this guy is like a bottomless barrel basically. His turn, he'll make another attack against you.
I guess I go for the same defense, same strat.
Sure, then please give me a sneaky.
Do I still have like the assist from Anghel?
Yep.
Okay.
So this would be a tie. Tie means he gets an advantage. Your turn.
Go game. Same strat. Same sneaky.
I rolled the wrong thing. Sorry, he doesn't have plus percentage. My bad.
I was so happy for a second.
Yeah. I really oh, I really hoped for a sec.
You make little headway, and he looks at you and gives you a smile and says, "Sure, you can do this."
Illona would be like still gulping water and like.
No, he says, "All right then," and he takes another bucket, making another attack against you.
I'm like slightly thinking towards the summoning chicken time. Be like, help me demolish some water here. I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas?
Above
How
board,
can
I will mention that Anghel and Muninn can also intervene in the combat somehow, if they find a way of doing it. But if they intervene, always thirsty will gain another fate point. I basically have a number of fate points per player participating in the combat. Currently, I would have one because it's just Illona.
Oh, okay.
I guess the only thing I would. So my first thought was like, oh, maybe one of us could, as in like Anghel or Muninn, could distract Always Thirsty and like really cartoonishly like he distracts Always Thirsty and then Illona would like empty the bucket out back into the river, and then he looks back around and Illona's like, that was easy, like pretending, you know. But,
I
I
like
will
that.
say that you can act, but on your turn. So, currently, we're resolving. Always Thirsty is making an attack against Illona. I'd like to ask Illona how she will defend herself, and then resuming the initiative order. If you guys decide to intervene, you can do so on your turn. Make sense?
yeah, that makes sense.
And it does give, Always Thirsty another, fate point.
It does, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Same strategy. Sneaky times.
Tie means he gets an advantage because you get a +1. So 5 to 5 means he gets an advantage. And actually, no, he doesn't get an advantage because he'll use an advantage to deal 2 damage to you.
Yes. Please.
How will you take 2 damage? Your stress, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Illona's turn.
We go again, boys. This is not working, but we go again. Maybe. Hi.
Tie means you get an advantage.
Woo!
What would you
At
like?
least something.
What would you like your advantage to be called?
Ooh. Good question. Help. I don't know. Increased leak.
Sure. I'll call it that. Increased leak. That was Illona's turn. Next up in the initiative order would be Muninn, but it's obviously their choice if they actually take a turn with all the implications involved, or if they skip their turn.
Okay.
What did you say the advantage was called? I forgot.
Increased
leak.
leakage.
Okay.
Okay. I think Muninn would tap out. They would stay out of it for now, I think.
Sure. Then Anghel, same question.
No, do you think it's worth it? They get another point.
Say yes.
Yeah. So okay. But wait, what did Muninn say they were going to do?
Nothing. Nothing.
No, yeah, but before, when you brought up this idea.
I was so Muninn would, if they were going to do anything, Muninn would distract Always Thirsty so that Illona can empty the bucket and pretend as if she had drunk it.
Right. So distraction. Okay.
Distracting with shirtless on.
Yeah.
I will say he does not swing that way.
The old man was? Okay.
Maybe.
Did? Okay, Oh my god, this shirtless thing is just going to haunt Anghel forever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's another strategy you use to help somehow.
I suppose.
I mean, isn't it super obvious that you're trying to distract him? I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on how you do it.
As in, is it?
Go ahead.
I was going to ask, is it obvious that Muninn is going to try to distract him? Is that what you're asking?
Like that anyone, like the one trying to distract.
I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's super obvious that Muninn.
Yeah, but I guess it depends on just how good you roll, anyway.
Yeah.
Which is also a problem because our flash is.
I mean, distracting. I would either consider it a flashy advantage or another assist for Illona.
Yeah.
Another assist.
As in addition to the bucket, that's not a character.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I suppose we can think on it, and then if we think of anything else other than just straight up distracting, pig thirsty, always thirsty, we can do that. Well, let's think on it is what I'm saying. But I mean, we don't have to think on it. If you suddenly go, oh yeah, that would be good, then go for it.
I'm trying to. Oh, okay. Illona, would you like another assist or an advantage? Potentially.
Honestly, don't mind. Both is good.
Yeah.
I need all the help I can get.
I was kind of thinking maybe Anghel could just fall, quotation marks, into the river, but yeah, it's probably not a good idea. Although Eurymedon did say that he wasn't going to kill Anghel.
Eurymedon did also say that he was gonna make Anghel suffer.
Yeah, it's probably not smart. Damn it. Maybe I'm thinking he can, I don't know, try to throw something like a stone or something at the bucket of always thirsty, and then that would distract him, and that would also be kind of forceful, and maybe even to protect Illona, so that would be even better, with a stunt even. Maybe.
You're not protecting Illona in regards to a stunt. But yeah, I guess throwing a stone at always thirsty would count as forceful.
Not at him, at the bucket, at his bucket.
Same thing.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it depends if you miss or not. If you miss the bucket, you might hit him.
That's true. But okay, so fine. So I'll do that to distract him.
You're creating an advantage? Or you can also attack him, but that would mean throwing a stone at him.
Right.
Yeah,
and,
no,
at that point it would no longer be a drinking contest.
Full on battle.
Oh no. Okay. Okay, so no, I'm definitely trying to distract him to help.
I guess you could compliment him and how do you do that? Make him very focused on that.
Yeah. But
Anghel can't do that. Yeah, Anghel can't do that. But that's a good idea. Muninn.
You can look very flabbergasted, big movements, mind blown. Wow.
Well.
But that would be a flashy. It's just that it's not the strongest thing I can offer. That's the thing.
You do
your flashy is better than mine. So, I mean, if we're
right. Yeah, I was just thinking that using the forceful anyway would be better, for Anghel.
Sure.
So I guess I would go with the forceful and throw this stone at the bucket.
So we go into physical power.
Oh, we haven't decided if it's an assist or an advantage.
No, throwing the stone at the bucket would definitely be an advantage.
Oh, okay.
Wait, should we go for the physical combat?
You do risk
No.
you do risk escalating by doing
Oh,
that.
we risk it if I critically fail in the
I
roll,
mean,
right?
that too,
Or
but
not critically fail.
that too. But you also just risk angering the guy because you're clearly messing with him.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Okay.
and I would say if you critically succeed, you destroy the bucket.
Oh no. Okay, what decides if the guy gets like angry? Like what decides that?
Me.
I would get angry.
Just okay.
If I was the guy, I would be hella.
I guess I was kind of thinking that Anghel would do it without, making it clear that it's him, but then that would become a sneaky.
That would be sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should we take the risk? I don't even know what to do anymore.
I think it is a big risk. Either
Right,
whichever
right.
way you slice it. So I'm not so sure personally, but it's. I guess it's up to you. It's your turn.
His turn comes
These
up right
scenarios going
afterwards.
through my head. What?
His turn comes up right after Angel's.
Yeah. So he would react immediately, or have a chance to. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh, that would be a problem. Okay, so maybe distracting is bad.
And how does Angel distract?
I guess with how Illona said, making these big gestures and being super odd. It's just so funny. Well, whatever.
Sure. Is this an advantage or an assist?
What do you say?
Is this an advantage or an assist?
Yeah. Sorry, I was asking, what do you think? I mean, the others.
Oh, my bad. I thought you didn't hear me.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why you thought that.
I don't mind. I don't mind really.
Maybe
it would be a +2 that you can use. An
yeah.
advantage, I mean. We'll go with an advantage. Let's do it. Even if I succeed at all. I don't know.
Give me a
It's a
flashy.
flashy, right?
It will be
Yeah.
flashy.
Never mind that. I'm just making gestures and nobody's taking notice. That.
Pretty much. Except maybe Muninn. But because Anghel did get involved, even if he failed, always first he gets another fate point.
Shit.
His turn. Same thing as before, Illona.
I'll have one more shot at it.
Give me a sneaky.
Yeah.
Nice. You get an advantage. Would you like another charge on increased leakage?
Yes, please.
Your initial doubt, it's fading away, and he looks genuinely impressed and says, "Oh, you're holding your own."
Illona's screaming
Go,
inside.
Illona.
Yay!
Maybe you are the one I'm supposed to wait for.
Even more. Yay!
Your turn.
Same strat.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Can I use increased leakage after he rolls, or do I have to do it before?
It will be after it, but he just rolled.
Oh, then I don't have to do it at all.
There will be 1 point of damage against him.
Go.
Yeah.
Did he get any damage? Not at all, right?
This is his first point of damage.
Yeah. Damn.
Yes. Hell yeah, we're doing this.
Munin's turn.
I think Muninn would probably stay out of it again.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is a real risk. I don't want to just give him, another fate point for free.
Yeah, exactly. I think Muninn might chime in on the next round, depending on how well Always Thirsty's turn goes. But yeah, for now, Muninn will stay out of it.
Anghel.
Anghel starts jumping up and down.
You.
Is this an
Losing all his dignity.
is this an assist or an advantage?
An advantage.
Give me a flashy.
Oh.
You do create the advantage. What would you like it to be called?
No dignity. That's what it feels like at this point.
Sure. He glances at you while he's mid-drink, causing him to pause, and he just stares for a couple seconds before resuming drinking. But he sneaks looks at you every so often.
Yay! What an achievement.
Thank you.
His turn. Illona, same thing.
Same thing indeed.
How do you take 1 point of damage?
I'm thinking if I should use the leakage increased one.
Yeah.
Does he get an advantage if I Teeironor overcome, or do
I
I
mean,
get...
you wouldn't tie because you have an assist from the bucket.
Yeah. It would be like you would get a 7, basically.
Yeah, you'd be at 7 against his 6.
Yeah.
And this was defense.
Yep.
I don't know if it's worth saving it up for. No, I already have my 2. Okay, I'll do increased leakage.
Yeah, I mean, Anghel will try to give you more advantages as much as he can, so
Hell yeah.
you can use them.
Sure, but I'll use up against the beginner to up my own roll. So it will be 1 point of damage.
Either I go for the other one or do something else.
Go for the other one, I say.
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
Extra increased.
Sure. You manage to hold your own, though you hesitate. You're drinking a lot of water. Your turn. Like, even if you're spilling, you still have to, like, maintain the appearance of drinking, which does involve drinking at least a little.
Yeah. Okay. Same strat. Same stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Sweet. You go, baby.
That is 1 point of damage. Muninn.
Staying out of it again.
Okay. Anghel.
Like, how low can he go?
Regardless.
He's Anghel starts doing limboing or whatever. Like starts
doing?
limboing.
I missed it. What did he start doing?
I was gonna say it'd be funny if Anghel started to limbo. Like how low can you go?
What are Muninn's thoughts on what Anghel's doing? Because Muninn I don't think has any context on this.
I think Muninn's laughing because I think Muninn can kind of see what Anghel's trying to do, right? Like he's trying to distract him.
Sure.
But he's doing it in a funny way, so Muninn is chuckling.
Sure.
Oh my god. My god. I guess Angel's doing the same thing, you know. Maybe he's trying to. I don't know. I mean, maybe he's trying to do some different gestures, but overall, yeah, he's just trying to distract him in the same way, more or less.
Give me flashy if you're going for an advantage.
Yeah.
That is sufficient. Another charge on no dignity.
Yeah, you can say that again for sure.
Sure.
Definitely. What's happening here?
Ashen, Illona, he'll do the same thing.
I will do. In fact, same thing.
Oh,
Okay.
that's sufficient for you to get an advantage.
Yeah. Okay,
Increased
finally.
leakage. I will put more of it.
Sure. Your turn.
Oh!
Oh no.
Can he get a critical fail, please? He does not.
You got a critical fail though, meaning, what would it mean? You probably choke on the water and have to like cough it out. He gets an advantage as he smirks self-satisfied.
Just think, should I use some? No, I can't use it after, or can I?
This is you. I will say this is you attacking. So the worst thing that happens is he gets an advantage.
Okay.
Muninn.
See, I feel like I should keep out of it. But I mean, if you guys think it's a good idea for Muninn to step in and like help Anghel, like, then let me know. But
Yeah. I mean, so far it's we're doing okay so far, I guess.
yeah, yeah, I definitely think so.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Anghel then.
I mean, this is so ridiculous. I don't even know how this even happened. Yeah, I guess that's the same thing. I guess I don't know. You can imagine for yourself what things he needs to do. I guess to keep this distraction going.
Sure. Give me a flashy. It's not a sneaky. It's the opposite of sneaky.
Oh shit.
You probably just stop what you're doing. Like you feel too embarrassed to continue for the next few seconds.
Fair enough. He needs a break.
Illona on his turn, always first he will attack you in the same way.
Oh, again, and we succeed. Yes.
You succeed, your turn.
We go again. And I will, in fact, now use increased leakage.
Well, I will say you're at a 4 to his 6. If you use increased leakage, that will just tie it, meaning you get the charge back anyway.
Yeah.
So using the charge...
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you use the charge to get the charge back.
Like nothing happens, basically.
Yep. Okay.
Do I not
Sorry?
reduce worse? Do I not take...
No, this is
No,
your
it's your
attack.
attack.
This
Yeah.
is your
Alright.
attack.
KK.
Muninn?
I pass again.
Anghel?
He gets up super close and personal, to always thirsty to see how well he's doing, like to convey his I don't know, complete and total admiration.
Sounds like a flashy. Again, advantage or...
Advantage, yeah.
Yep.
Why is this happening?
You start getting close to him and he casually pushes you away with one hand.
So cold, so cold.
His turn. Not percentage, I'm my bad.
Oh man,
I
we're
hope
so
you
close.
Illona.
Oof.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, you beat him by
Nice.
1. Your turn. That's a 2-point difference, so he doesn't get an advantage. You're neck and neck at the moment, no pun intended. Munin's turn.
Okay, I'll pass. I'll pass, but I might see how I can like enter it in the next round, but I might not need to.
Sure. Anghel?
He gets close to him from the other side.
Give me a flashy if it's also the advantage thing.
Mm-hmm.
You do get closer. He also pushes you away, but he has to stop drinking to do it. You get your advantage, another charge on no dignity, or something else.
We'll go with no dignity. It's all part of the same thing.
Sure thing. On his turn, Illona, he'll do the same thing.
Boop.
How do you take 2 points of damage?
I do not. I use increased leakage.
Yeah.
Then he'll use up against the beginner to deal the damage.
And I will say, oh shit, Anghel, can I lend some no dignity?
Yeah, definitely. I'm doing it for you. Please take them.
And I'll use a no dignity, because I have no dignity.
Sure. Then I'll use
On
a
the
fate
same.
point.
What? Do you use what?
Fate point.
Anghel, may I?
Yeah.
Yes. Here we go again.
Sure. Making this a tie, meaning he gets an advantage. Your turn.
Oh,
Really? Okay.
happy poo poo. What?
Oh.
He defends himself.
Mad lad.
Muninn.
I think Muninn would stay out. I feel like because he's actually using his, because Big Always Thirsty is using his fate points now. It would be silly to like give him another one, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Anghel.
Oh my god. Yeah. I'm out of ideas on how to embarrass Anghel at this point. Do that without, actually causing any harm to anyone.
Yeah.
Anghel claps.
Give me
Really?
a flashy.
Not enough, right?
He ignores you. He has like put you in the back of his mind as, okay, one of the party members is a weirdo, I'm just gonna carry on with my thing.
I can't blame him.
On his turn, Illona, he'll once again attack you. You beat him, your turn.
Which is just pressing the sneaky.
Tie means you get an advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Increased advantage.
Muninn,
Skip.
Anghel,
He claps harder.
flashy please.
Let's go, Anghel. I believe.
You clap harder. His turn. Illona, how do you defend yourself?
Gotta do what I gotta do. I did
Tie
it.
means he gets an advantage. But he'll actually use his up against the beginner to deal damage to you.
I will use my increased leakage to mitigate the damage.
Sure. He'll use your broken face. Basically, it's painful for you to drink.
Oh, yeah. But like, wouldn't it be like kind of an advantage? My like jaw is unhinged or something. More water
Like
get
a
in.
snake.
Yeah.
No, it would just be increasingly uncomfortable.
Okay. Can I use a dignity point?
Yes, go for it.
Sure.
They do.
Use it, meaning a tie again, at which point he gets his advantage back. Your turn.
Oh, badness has happened.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. that's not a big enough difference to like warrant any consequences. Muninn?
I think Muninn, unless you guys think Muninn shouldn't, Muninn would probably chime in now. And maybe like, because I've been thinking of clever ways to like distract the guy, but I can't really think of anything. So I think Muninn would like join in with Anghel with like the clapping, and they would like tap their foot, and they would like start like, you know, when you go to a pub and like you start chanting like, "Whoa," like, you know.
Sure, sure. Is this giving Anghel an assist, or giving Illona an assist, or trying to create an advantage?
So probably to give Illona an assist, but I mean, is that what is so Anghel, is he giving Illona an assist as well?
Not so far, but Anghel hasn't had his turn yet.
Right. But that's what Angel's been trying to do, obviously.
Anghel has been trying to create advantages.
Yeah, create
Advantages,
so
okay,
far.
I see.
But there is an assist from the bucket already.
Okay. Maybe because the advantages seem pretty good. Maybe the Muninn would be giving Anghel the assist, so that Anghel could make advantages better. I think.
Sure. Anghel's turn then. Anghel has an advantage. Well, as an assist, not an advantage. My bad.
So, you know, Anghel kind of changes his clapping to fit the rhythm of Muninn's. I don't know how you call it. Heckling, booing, I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know.
Give me a flash, please. With Muninn's assist, that is sufficient for an advantage.
Yay!
No dignity?
Yes.
Sure.
No diggity, no doubt.
Your friends sure are noisy, supportive, says always Thirsty to Illona.
Illona just drinks. She doesn't even like acknowledge it. She's in the game now.
Sure. Then he drinks back, attacking you.
Hi. Oh, yeah, worked. Nice.
Tie means he gets an advantage. But he'll spend a fate point to, instead of getting an advantage, deal damage to you.
There's still no dignity charge. I think I use that if it's okay.
Show&Tell, is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yes.
Then back to tie means he gets the advantage. Okay, your turn, Illona.
Okay. Just gotta find the red button. Here we go. There we went.
You deal a point of damage to him.
Yeah! Finally.
Nice.
Oh.
He like stumbles a little bit and chokes a little from all the like distracting going on and all that. Muninn.
Muninn would assist Anghel again, by chanting like a football hooligan or something.
Sure. Then Anghel.
Anghel would be pointing fingers and... Yeah, I don't know.
Just poking him in the eyes. Jab, jab.
I mean, keep in mind that you risk retaliation, obviously.
Yeah, no, don't actually do that.
It's not the meaning of this, but like, you know, pointing fingers and making faces again. And,
Yeah.
you know, but kind of like, you know, he's joined by Muninn, so it's a big
Sure. Give me a flash.
performance.
With Munin's assist, that is enough for the advantage. As he always first he lets out a big sigh. He's starting to lose patience. His turn against Illona.
That's a biggie.
Hmm?
I go even bigger. No, I don't.
How do you take 2 points of damage?
I do no diggity.
Okay, then he will use up against the beginner to deal the damage.
I'm tempted to use my last fate point, but I probably shouldn't do that. But it would be interesting to do that. I'm gonna do it.
Sure.
I guess we could compel you. I guess
Yeah.
we would think of things. Compel is like outside the whole thing, right?
Yep.
Like, okay.
Whenever. But always first he will use his up against the beginner to deal damage to you still.
Come on. Okay, I think I will take my 3 stress.
Sure. Your turn.
Bada bing, bada boom.
You don't make a dent in his defense. Muninn. Well, I should ask. Should we finish this round and then end the session, or should we continue? You guys decide.
I think we could leave it as a cliffhanger to next time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was just thinking.
I guess.
The mighty drinking battle ends.
Maybe will give us more inspiration for next time.
And
Yeah,
more
yeah.
To
fate
distract
points.
him. And how to compel Illona.
Sure. I will say, just to keep the flow of the combat, when we resume next time, Illona won't get her fate points back, and neither will I. But in the instant the combat is over, whatever happens, then your fate points will refresh. Make sense?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, thoughts on today's session?
Unexpected. Really fun. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Why did we think to ourselves that, a battle would be a good idea? But okay. Well, it is fun.
We
Yeah,
are not
yeah,
the best with good ideas. We just go with them.
You're doing well, and Illona and Always Thirsty are evenly matched, because Always Thirsty has a 5, while Illona has a 4+1.
Okay.
Yeah. So this battle could definitely go either way. I'll say that much. Especially with Muninn and Anghel assisting, it's definitely swinging in Illona's favor, but you never know.
I mean, yeah, this is real touch and go there, but okay. We'll see.
You will see indeed. Thoughts on Always Thirsty? And
I love them.
Also genuinely curious, if he joins your party, how would he help against the basilisk in your guys' plan?
Well,
Good question.
does Anghel know how he helped with the dragon?
I don't remember off the top of my head, to be completely honest. But I know he helps somehow. I don't remember.
If Anghel knows that, if Anghel could remember that, that give us an idea, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I sort of thought of sorry if I said the wrong name now, but Eurymedon, and this guy is basically a water destructor. So we could deal with some Eurymedon stuff. Maybe if he could just slurp it all up before it happens.
I guess potentially, although he could drink the entire river, sure, but he only has one mouth to do so it'll take time.
We can send them ahead and scout for rivers and drink them up.
Sure. That's an idea, I guess.
Definitely an idea.
Working on it, okay?
Yeah, he's a fun character, and obviously, when you guys first met Prince Charming, he like listed off a bunch of other characters like always hungry, bird wide length, big eyes. You might meet those two.
That's
Oh,
cool.
fine.
I wonder
Always
what the guys
hungry.
look like.
Sorry? What did you say, Ashen? I think you cut off.
I wonder what Big Eyes looks like.
Above board, he only has one eye but can see very well.
Mm. I'll tell you
It's
what. I
pretty
can...
though.
It's a fun little folktale, and like, it's fun that it's like something you'd normally tell kids, and incorporating in a semi-serious context is interesting.
But
Yeah,
it apparently makes us do a lot of silly things, so there's that.
Sure. Yeah, I actually not a like. There were some character moments here, but otherwise not a lot happened this session other than meeting always thirsty. Like, the first half was continuing on the trail along with some character moments, and the second half was this drinking battle.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that I guess there's not a lot to comment on, at least not from my side.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time to, I don't know, drama when you're in the middle of making a fool of yourself. And yeah.
Sure. I kind of wish that Illona like would have taken the compel to kill the innocent bystander, just because I do, not because like, oh, chaos for chaos' sake, but rather I'd like Illona to do something really messed up in front of Anghel.
Yeah. I felt like really out of what Illona would like think and do.
Understandable. Any other thoughts for our viewers before we go into our shoutouts?
Eat your vegetables. No, I don't know.
Do that.
Don't look both ways before crossing the road.
Drink water.
Yeah.
That's very important. All right. Then, dear viewers, thank you again for watching and listening to us. Let's see what these lovely people are up to. I rolled the dice, and apparently the dice demand the exact same order as the beginning, and also the beginning part where I ask you all like what your thoughts are. So we should start with Dely, basically. Dely, could you please go ahead and talk about yourself? What's up with you? What are you doing?
Yeah, of course. Hello everyone. I am Dely, and outside of these sessions, I am a Goblin VTuber on Twitch. You can also find me on Twitter and, as of recently, Tumblr, which is a bit of a weird development. So I stream variety, but I'm also planning a new model debut, which is pretty exciting stuff. Feel free and that's pretty much it.
Nice. Definitely do check Dely out. I know that model reviews are a really big thing, so I do wish you the best of luck there. I think you mentioned in private that you were making it, or I could be mistaken on that?
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah. So,
Wait.
it's all good. I originally was gonna have someone else make it for me, but then in the end I decided to make it myself. It's not the best, but I mean I'm really happy with it because I didn't think I could make one at all, if that makes sense. So yeah.
I mean, just on paper, it sounds very, very impressive.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Currently, cause for the viewers, since we're a week behind, Dely is doing like a promotion on Twitter to like slowly reveal the model. I imagine that will be done by the time this video comes out a week from now, but who knows?
Yeah, let's hope so. But Who knows? Yeah, that's
Do check Deli out, is the point. Thank you very much again. Next, according to the dice, we would have Ashen, the not yet but maybe soon drinking champion, also known as if it's so disadvantageous for you to tell us. Ashen, talk about
That's
yourself,
me.
please.
That's me, all right. Yes, I'm Ash. I'm not really like much of an online personality, but I do paint some stuff, and if you like art and that shit, check me out on Instagram.
I do like art, and I would not call it shit because it's definitely not. I do like art and her work.
Literal shit.
Thank you very much, Ashen. Next, we would have Show&Tell. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Of course, yes. I'm Show&Tell, and I have a channel on which I react to mostly anime. I'm also kind of working on opening another channel for the non-anime reaction, but it's going slow. I don't know when it'll be a thing.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Generally, sorry.
No, it's totally good. I also have I do streams every weekend, more or less, and I have an Etsy shop that I need to work on. And we'll leave it at that.
Do check her out. Her content is awesome, and looking forward to that second channel if you decide to create it. Yeah. Good luck to you. Otherwise, I was your Dungeon Master, Game Master Teeironor. I do this series, which is a lot of fun, and I do also do a different series that's been going on for a longer while. Actually, this is 7, yeah. By the time you're gonna see this video, this video will come out on that series 2-year anniversary rather, I think. So that's fun, or at least a day or so off. Anyway, check that other series out as well. But other than that, thank you once again, dear viewers, for watching and listening to us. We'll be back probably next week. I'll let you guys know if anything comes up, and we will see you then. Goodbye, everybody.